What's up, y'all? It's Calvin here, coming at you with week 7 of college football from Space Coast Sport Rant Lounge. And there was a lot of good games this week. I'm not going to go through them all, just mention a few. Oklahoma State, Texas. Really good game. Very impressed with Oklahoma State with the running game and the defense. But Texas, they need to learn how to close games out, man, because it's the second week back-to-back that they have blown leads, all right? And then moving around to Lsu Florida. Really good game, but once again, the defense was a problem for Florida. They allowed one person to run for 287 yards. And I think total LSU had over 300 yards rushing as a team. All right, so you can't do that in the SEC at all. And I fully expect Todd Grantham, the defensive coordinator for Florida, to not be there in 2022. Moving on to Georgia, Kentucky. Fully expected Georgia to beat Kentucky, but people can kind of see now that Kentucky's not just a complete pushover. All right. Also wanted to touch on Pittsburgh, Virginia Tech. For those of you who have not got a chance to see Pittsburgh play, they've got a quarterback named Kenny Pickett. He is the best quarterback in college football, all right, like by a long shot. And when you watch this dude play, it just looks like he's moving slow, but he's so far ahead of the game. This dude be throwing the ball and getting out of his hand before the receivers even leave their breaks. And by the time they get there, it's right where it needs to be, you know what I'm saying? Like every time, like this dude is off the chain. And on top of that, he can run, you know what I mean? Accurate with the ball, run, you know what I mean? It's like he has it all. And furthermore, he is just way ahead of anybody that is on the field with him, like way ahead. So do yourself a favor, check this guy out. If you don't get a chance to see him play this year, you'll definitely see him in the pros, all right? Because I think this dude is going to be like along the lines of a Joe Montana type player. All right. Arizona, Colorado. I've been talking a lot about Arizona. They haven't won a game this year, but I really like this squad, and I really thought that they were going to be able to contend with Colorado, and I was so wrong. Another reason why I'm so glad that I don't gamble, because they got shut out, and got shut out bad style. So I don't know what's going on with them and why they went back to the quarterback cruise. That's who they started the season with, and it wasn't working out. And now it's just like they've got a huge reminder of why it was not working out. I mean, it was turnovers. It was just messy. And I feel like the skill players that they have, they deserve better. And I hope to God that they're able to recruit a more solid quarterback, because all they need is just a game manager. And Arizona's going to start beating some people. I promise you. So anyways, moving on to Fresno State, Wyoming. Wyoming was another squad that I thought was booming this year, but Fresno State had something else going on, and they shut them boys out 17-0. So the defense was definitely there, but I expected a lot better game from Wyoming. All right, let's see. Moving on to Oklahoma, TCU. I was telling you guys about Spencer Rattler, and Lincoln Riley finally sat his behind down, and look what happened. They beat the team that I said was going to beat them. And I still feel that way if Spencer Rattler was a quarterback. But they changed it. And Oklahoma's looking tough, man. So it's going to be, really interesting once they play Oklahoma State. Stanford, Washington State. This was another good game. Washington State was able to squeak it out at the end and score a late touchdown. But, yeah, man, it's a lot of good games. And there were so many more that I didn't mention. But the replay value for this week, I'm telling you, it is off the chain. It's not going to be a dull moment. And finally getting to Alabama, Mississippi State. I fully expected Bama to win this game, but it was after the game that really has me concerned. And there was a tweet by a Alabama wide receiver named Agiye, who is a freshman right now, and he's not a starter, all right? But he tweeted his frustration about playing time, and I completely understand, because he's the best wide receiver that we have, like by a long shot. This dude catches everything, and they won't put him on the field, and I don't understand why. He could easily take Slade Bolden's spot. In my opinion, I think he should be the first wide receiver, because number one, Jamison Williams, he is a speed guy. He's very fast. He was clocked at 4.2, but when we need him, he ain't there. Like, the dude can't catch. You know what I'm saying? He is not reliable. Agiye, completely different story. And not only him, there's some other second and third stringers, a guy named Holden, who is number 11, and another guy named Baker, who's number 5. These dudes can catch, man, like good, solid hands. Not as good as Hall, but very, very close, and way better than number 1. And they can all move better than Slade Bolden, because Slade Bolden is dependable, but it's just still, you know, once the going gets tough, it just seems like they always seem to target the fast guy now with this particular team. So I hope they're able to smooth out the situation with Agiye Hall, because we need this dude. But if not, you know what I mean, Agiye Hall will learn a hard lesson, because if he does hit the transfer portal, I wish him success. But I just hope he doesn't go to a school that Alabama plays, because we will game plan for this dude and we will shut him down. And if he thinks it can't happen, look at Leonard Fournette and all of the other host of, you know, blockbuster type players that went to other schools when they played Alabama up under Nick Saban. You know what I'm saying? We will shut you down. So anyways, that concludes my week 7 in college football. Feel free to leave your comments below and make your videos, contribute to the group, do what you want to, whatever kind of sport you want to, doesn't matter. This is Space Ghost Sport Rant Lounge. If it's a sport, rant.